apparently OBJ says $100 million just is not enough to live a normal life. So let's hear it from the Pivot Podcast.
A lot of the mental stuff starts to kind of take a toll on the guys. How are you in that headspace with everything?
You know what I think? I think to a private conversation I had with a brother of mine just recently, and he's kind of getting towards that. And I think it's up to us, and I don't know what it is, and it's a side conversation, you know, aside from this, that like, it's kind of up to us to create a community, because there is that leaving the game identity part that is very real, that I feel like we don't address or take as serious, because you never know how it hits you until it does. And I think there's a community that we build. I don't know what it is, again, like I said, but for me, speaking just on myself, I'm like, my mind is just too strong. One, I'm also in a position where I'm kind of backed by a lot more than like what everybody else might possibly have. Like, I know, like, I'm gonna be straight after football, period. If I didn't have $1 in my account right here today as we speak, I'm gonna be straight for the rest of my life. No question, right? I don't think everybody is in that. And when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, I'm like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, you know, that you have to spend, use, save, invest.
He said save.
Flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, you know? And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting 8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position, like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime. Yeah, this job that I sacrificed my whole life for, they are giving me that. I didn't ask for the certain dollar amount or whatever, but we weren't taught about no financial literacy and all the way. We weren't
talk about it all the time.
We weren't taught this skill, and it's kind of like, I'll keep this one under wraps, but I got some things in the work that, like, I'm gonna be able to, the generations that are coming up behind us, when you talk about the storm that me and like moms went through, like, I'll be able to be that for somebody else and to be able to help their family on how things are gonna go and yada, yada, yada. And like, if I didn't make, I'll take $1. But if I didn't make $1 from any of these kids, but I could give them the knowledge and the wisdom that I didn't know, I'm doing my part. Like, when I lay in that casket, like, I know, like, I did my role. I know I did the things that I needed to do and provided for the generations coming behind us. So then that way they had a foundation, now they can lay it for the ones that's coming, you know, after them. That's truly how I feel about it.
Well, I just want to ask, you done had some bad ones in your life.
Man,
All right. He gonna get into some freaky conversation. So, leaving the freaky stuff in the past, I do want to clarify some things. So, Odell Beckham's career earnings through 2025 is $101,896,476. So, y'all comment down below how you feel about getting that type of money. Do you feel bad for OBJ and what he's going through? Because clearly he thinks it's a tough time. And then if y'all remember, Odell, I think it was either the Rams or there was one of the contracts he took in partial crypto, right? So like half of the contract was all crypto or specifically Bitcoin, and it wasn't just straight cash. Now, he was feeling himself. July 14, 25, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was going crazy. Bitcoin was doing his thing. Now, Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? The nature of the beast is going to go up and down and left and right. You feel me? This is on the 1 day. This is on 1 day? Oh my goodness. So let me go on the 6 month. Obviously on the 6 month, you know, he was riding high up here, had a really good day here. And now we're down here, 85s to 95 situation, right? So, you know, it can ebb and flow. It can ebb and flow. But I think when he got his Bitcoin, it was like 60,000. So regardless, I think it's still not a bad choice. So, you know, you might want to break down some of that Bitcoin as well. Let's see what Ocho and Unk have to say about the situation.
Comes in huge chunks.
Yes.
Everyone doesn't factor. Everyone doesn't have that financial savviness or that financial discipline to think long term. That's one of the few things I was really good at. While I was playing, when
Ocho was
huge chunks
big
of money was
McDonald's.
coming in, I was thinking long term. But I also had the goddamn financial discipline to understand that flaunting and being flashy wasn't my identity. My name, just my name, the brand itself was just as big as anything else I could purchase. You're not understand, you're not hearing me. The name itself was just as big as anything else I could purchase. So I can go anywhere and say, oh shit, that's a Ferrari. Well, that same place that Ferrari go, oh shit, they go Ocho. So it was no need for me to drive a motherfucking Ferrari because they already knew who I was.
You know what,
Well, most
Ocho,
of the
get
time-
out your system. Okay, if you want to lease a Ferrari for a year to say, you know what?
Yeah, it's okay. But
I ain't finna get no Ferrari, didn't get a Lambo. But
No.
here's the thing, Ocho. Let me see what he didn't tell you, how it adds up. Flying private.
Oh yeah. Hey, Uncle, it go crazy. Hold on, Uncle. Now you be flying private too. Now I didn't see you with your feet kicked up eating Popeye. You know.
Yes.
Now you see why I fly Spirit the past 20 years.
Ocho. But
Yeah,
I don't
Ocho.
fly everywhere private. I
Right.
don't go overseas private. You're talking about anywhere from between 10 and 20,000 an hour. If you fly overseas, how long is it going to take you to get to London?
Whoa, come back.
How
Come
long
back.
is it going to take to get to Madrid?
Wait, bring that back. Bring that back around. Did you just hop an hour or the whole
Yes,
trip?
an hour.
They gonna charge you about an hour to go overseas?
Yes.
Oh hell!
Yes.
So if you go overseas, guess what, Ocho? You flying back cross, so that might be a $400,000 trip, just like that. Maybe $1 million. How far you going?
Oh,
my
man, okay.
God.
Now here, well, hold on, time out, man. If it costs that much, what all these people be doing on Instagrams where they always flying private? Them people ain't making that kind of
Flossing.
money.
Flossing.
Flossing.
Hey, see, listen, I don't know.
old
I just know my
And
method.
Ocho, and kids. You pay child support. You mess around and get the wrong one and she charge you 20. You gotta pay. You in California. It's 20, 25, 30, 40, 50,000 a month.
Ooh,
50,000 a month
Lord have mercy.
times 12 times 18. How much is that, Ocho?
I ain't good at
So
math,
if you
but
pay
it's, hey,
600, so 50,000. Let's just say for the sake of argument, let's take a round
My
even
head
number
is
because everybody
spinning
like
right
round
now, dog.
numbers.
yeah,
Let's just say you paying 20,000 a month.
Okay.
Times 12. That's 240,000
Okay.
a year.
okay,
Times 10. That's 2.4 million.
okay,
Now we add 8 more to that.
8 more. 8.
You see where it went to, Ocho?
yeah. I don't like that.
So
huh?
you about 3.8, you
I don't
about
like that.
$3.6 million, $3.8 million.
All right.
That's one.
All right. I'm scared. These numbers are big. Oh my God. I'm over here having. By the way, a little bit about me. I do have a little dude on the way. You know what I mean? I got a little person on the way. I can't even think about this. I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, how y'all feel about OBJ? You know, there were some claims that he was, selling his own cleats or something like that. Right? They said that, his lowballing OBJ for his cleats. He was out here trying to sell his cleats and stuff to get some bread. So maybe he's hurting. Maybe he's just trying to get his money right. Maybe he's just trying to up it. Those are there you go, Super Bowl cleats right there. That's already sold. So I don't know how y'all feel about this. Is this just him, being a little broke? Is it him just being complaining? Is this rich people problems, or is OBJ gonna be all right? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. My head is spinning with them numbers, though. Oh my God.